Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Jax and today I will be reacting to A Christmas Prince. I am mildly addicted to Christmas movies, like a normal human being. That being said, I'm gonna start watching this and it's going to be delightful. I woke up today and said I'm watching Christmas movies and that's what we're doing. And since you're here, you're doing it with me. Oh, please like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you do subscribe, please hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I come out with videos. It would make Lammy very happy. And yes, he will be watching even though he has to be out of screen. Maybe I'll get Moose out too, Maximus. Is it weird that I have stuffed animals that I keep in a drawer? Here we go. Maximus is right here. A Christmas Prince. Do y'all actually like this movie? Because I do. Ben Lamb? I don't know who you are, Ben Lamb. I got a lamb right here. Okay, you're not gonna stay up.
Not now.
No, this will just take a second.
Not now, employee. Despite the fact that I've hired you and HR is watching me like a hawk, particularly when I talk to female employees. Not now.
Liners you quoted wasn't even on the floor, so.
Amber,
I'm having so much fun.
Well, it is my job.
you could tell him where to put it.
I'm not telling him anything.
You'll get fired. For sure. If you tell him to put it somewhere.
Max wants to see you in our office now.
Didn't you just see Max? How many bosses do you have? Oh, this is a new boss.
Forget Fashion Week. I got something else for you.
For a second, I thought that was the sister from Fleabag. I would have loved that.
What do you know about the royal family of Aldovia?
I know nothing about them. I've never even heard of them.
The king died
Are they
last year,
real?
and the prince who's supposed to take over is a total flake.
Flake, international playboy, and scandalous socialite.
Scandalous socialite. How dare he have a crown?
Except they have this interregnum thing.
The time between two reigns?
Right. In Aldovia, it's a maximum of a year.
They go a year without anyone in charge? Isn't that like a problem?
That's exactly what you're gonna find out. His Royal Hotness is due back this weekend, but just in case he abdicates, I need somebody there to capture the fireworks.
This guy is your assignment?
He thinks he's so hot.
Another secret girlfriend.
Gross.
Ew, he has a girlfriend. How dare he date like a normal person? Doesn't he know he's a prince?
Successful guy who you blow off, I'm gonna punch you, girl. Ouch.
I'm just not on the market.
Did she just reject a prince who doesn't even know she exists?
And a blonde with sand. That'll be $4.95.
Put it on my tab.
$4.95 in New York City for both pie and a coffee? I don't know what kind of friends and family discount she's getting, but I would love it.
It's about the royal family of Aldovia. The prince, he's a bit of a playboy. He might even abdicate.
Hey, now, this sounds like it's gonna be your big break.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'd have to be away through Christmas.
So she is getting a family discount.
Maybe he's missed his flight. Probably shacked up with some countess somewhere.
Did she miss that that's where she's supposed to be as a journalist?
Excuse me.
Rude.
Any words of wisdom?
Pick a new career.
That's great. Thank you for that. That is pretty. I have stayed in a castle before. It was very creaky. I loved it though, but it made a lot of noise at night. And I did think it was haunted. And then I got sent an email from someone who sent me like the most haunted hotels in all the world. And that hotel was on it. Also, when I went to sleep, all my lights were off. And when I woke up, one of my lights was on. There was a ghost in my room, is what I'm basically trying to say.
I can assure you his coronation is very much on schedule and will take place at the annual Christmas Eve ball.
Oh, there's a ball? No way. I'm not not even properly dressed for one.
I can't go home empty-handed.
You can. You can just be like every other professional journalist who has a successful career in journalism. I feel like one other nosy journalist would be staying behind. She can't possibly be the only one. Yeah, why not? Because there's no security at castles. We all know famous people don't have security. They're not regularly stalked or hunted down by press and paparazzi. That is a lot of chandeliers for one room. And I'm not complaining because I love a chandelier. Wouldn't they, if they found her, wouldn't they like take her phone and then force her to delete everything that they found?
May I help you?
Yes.
No,
I'm supposed to be...
I don't speak English. I don't speak any other language. So we're kind of screwed.
New American tutor for Princess Emily.
If I found somebody just randomly walking around, I wouldn't give them an identity. I would ask them for their identity. I wouldn't just be like, oh, you must be that person, right? Right? You must be my new personal chef. Make something for me. Wouldn't that be funny if somebody did break into your house and you were just like, oh, you must be that new personal chef of mine, otherwise I have to call the cops. So go on, make me some cookies.
That's me. Pleased to meet you.
Oh. I thought your agency said you weren't available till the 1st of the year.
If she wasn't available till the 1st, which is like a week and a half from now, why would that guy working there assume that was her on a day that a crap ton of press was just there 30 seconds ago?
What happened?
Oh, there's no concern of yours.
Something about a mouse in her bed.
Oh, mice are so cute. Not in people's beds, though. Unless it's like a pet mouse. I don't know anyone who has a pet mouse, though. Mice and rats are pretty smart, though. You can teach them, rats, to smell landmines. There are these rats that they train, and they go along these little paths, and when they smell the landmine, they then notify the people, and then they walk back carefully to get their piece of cheese. And then people can clear the landmine. You
know each other?
Our paths have crossed. Selfish jerk at your service.
I am so sorry.
Being a prince does not change the fact that you stole a cab.
Sent Miss Martha Anderson, Princess Emily's new tutor.
Oh, so you did that. You committed to that.
Who are you and what are you doing in my palace?
Emily?
Oh, she's feisty. Who are you? Ugh, what are you doing in my palace, peasant? Oh, you broke it.
Expensive or?
Only 15th century Ming porcelain.
If you break something in a palace, don't ask if it's expensive. Just be like, so what dynasty was that from?
Not to worry, Mrs. Averill. There is nothing loose about this goose.
That reminds me, did you ever see the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie? When they had that cheer and it was like...
How loose is your goose? Our goose is totally loose.
Hi there, little sweetie.
I thought you said you liked mice.
Don't pick him up from his tail. What kind of monster are you? You don't just throw him. Okay, this little girl thinks she is all that, and she is so not. Here I am, just here to bully children.
What do you think?
Delightful.
She's so rude. Why would anybody want her to be in charge of politics one day?
You're wondering what happened to me, aren't you?
No, I was thinking you have an attitude problem.
How does some fresh air sound, Your Royal Highness?
Yeah, it's not like you have to teach her anything.
In the sights on my new bow. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
You already know what he looks like. You've seen pictures of him before. She's acting like she's never seen him.
What I meant was that I almost didn't recognize you because you shaved and...
You would recognize him because you've seen him many times before in photographs. In fact, less than 24 hours ago, you were looking at photographs of him online.
My father taught me when I was younger. It was a little while ago.
Have you all done archery before? I tried it once at camp, and it was surprisingly difficult. She's not going to be good if she's never done it before. I would know.
Miss Martha's next.
Oh, no.
If she had been like, oh, I've done this many times before, then I would understand it. Let me guess. It's going to go into a bush, and she is going to kill a squirrel. No, she's not, because it's a Netflix Disney Prince movie. She's not going to kill anything except for the love between them when the conflict arises. Oh, she breaks a window and ruins a painting. So what dynasty was that painting from?
I can't believe I just did that.
So they like her because she messes up and breaks things in their house?
The royal family will be serving cocktails to esteemed members of the nobility. And you.
Oh, me. I would be delighted. As I am who I said I am. How many outfits did she realistically bring?
It's no secret he has his doubts about assuming the throne. And if he doesn't, I'm afraid...
Prime Minister, let me put your fears to rest.
Hasn't he been training since birth for this position?
Prime Minister, tell me, where is my beloved cousin?
Let me guess, he's the evil one. You have to have a villain with a dashing accent, because if they don't have a dashing accent, how are you supposed to know they're the villain?
I was staying with the president in his chalet.
I'm staying with the
I was
president.
on the beach in a tent.
Oh, they have the same accent. Why does it sound so villainous on that guy?
Are you enjoying the party?
It's not obvious that she's taking photographs. Okay, I have story time. As someone who, believe it or not, has been confused with Kristen Bell and photographed as her by random people on a regular basis for about 10 years, I can tell you that if you are taking a picture of somebody on your iPhone, camera phone, whatever, and you think you're being subtle, you're not. I always know. If you're angling a phone at somebody, they can see it and they know what you're doing. That's my PSA. Also, if you have a photograph of me, I assume you've deleted it. Or you just still think I am Kristen Bell in your photograph. I don't think I look like her, by the way.
So, if Richard abdicates, Simon is next in line for the throne, not you?
Male bloodline. It's totally unfair.
Why didn't they just change it? Have you never heard of Queen Elizabeth? Or Queen Elizabeth II? Or Queen Victoria? Queen Latifah? Okay, I need to stop. I want a tiara. Disneyland sells them. They have a little crystal shop where they have all these little crystal tiaras, and they're like $50. And I'm like, you know this thing isn't real, right? It's just fake. She wears a lot of polka dots.
I rock a lot of polka dots.
You're just recording him taking... Girl, you are violating his person. Oh. I don't know what the laws are in...
I am so sorry.
Ambrosia, wherever they are. But if somebody comes into your house and lies about who they are and just starts filming you, trying to catch something on you, that's shady. You know, it's one thing to try and figure out whether or not he's going to abdicate, because that's business, right? But it's another thing to just like creep in on him when he's playing piano. I mean, it's all wrong. But because this is a movie, there are certain things that are okay in this fictional world and then
After
wrong.
my father passed away, she
That
took it
fireplace is gorgeous.
I lost my mom. Leukemia.
Oh, that's sad. I don't want to make a joke about that, but every Christmas movie, no one has all their parents in a Christmas movie. It's not possible.
King Richard gave us an entire box of his handmade ornaments last year.
He made those? He has some time on his hands.
Father
Oh,
put
look
us
at
in
that
a secret
beautiful
hiding place,
acorn.
but he wasn't very good at keeping.
That's impressive.
Tell us about your Christmas traditions, Mother.
I just watch a lot of Netflix Christmas movies.
Merry Christmas to all.
Am I sensing a villainous woman? A love interest, perhaps?
Gloomy.
Gloomy.
To help, I see you started celebrating early, Simon.
Oh, rejection.
Lady Sophia's come to spend the holiday with us.
Dun dun dun!
Excuse me.
Excuse me, we have to plot how we're going to get rid of you because we hate you despite the fact that we pretend we don't.
Oh, that's the princess's tutor.
Fascinating choice of shoes.
How did she bring Converse that perfectly matched her outfit? That's not a press outfit.
How lovely.
Richard, would you put it on the tree?
That's not handmade. She didn't get the memo.
Be gentle.
I don't know. Oh, she's giving him her heart. And then she said, be gentle with it. I picked up on what you did there.
Lady Sophia here now.
I love a good globe. That was a really... Can we go back and just look at that globe for a second? Look at that. Ah. When I have a giant library that is way bigger than that one, I will have a globe in it. And it will be a big globe.
What are you up to?
Just spying on your family and plotting your entire downfall so that I can tell all of your secrets to the world. You know... Something a normal person does.
Not nearly as much trouble as if I told them your real name. Don't even bother denying it.
But how?
Okay, you know how I said I didn't like this little girl? Turns out I do like this little girl.
Yes, they while you're in the loop.
I like smart people in
locked.
movies.
Yes, but you put your password in plain sight.
Oh! Why would you bring your password with you? Shouldn't you have that memorized?
So he's not a playboy or a philanderer.
You've seen him.
No! It's all been a lie.
Now, about those Christmas cookies.
They're baking Christmas cookies. I don't know why I said that. You can obviously see it. I'm just gonna narrate the movie.
May I come in?
You could just film him without him knowing it and he'd probably fall in love with you.
I do wonder why you're here.
Because your mother asked me.
And you have like 40 billion rooms in your house? Might as well put one of them to use.
And I made a mistake. I do love you, Richard.
Did she cheat on him? Those reindeer, those white reindeer in the back remind me of that dog in Friends. Joey's white dog.
How'd you get all cozy with the princess?
I knew there was press that stayed behind.
I'll tell you a secret.
Can you keep a secret? So can I. 10 points to Gryffindor, if you know what movie that's from. Tim Curry says it if you need some assistance.
Yes.
Seriously, you guys have a dungeon?
No, but he doesn't need to know that.
You so do have a dungeon. You might not use a tutorial. Castles have dungeons. Or basements. Or politically correct, storage spaces. But they are dungeons. That's like the castles have dungeons. It's not a castle if it doesn't have a dungeon. Castles were for security. I'm like getting way too caught up in this.
Prince Richard. Prince Richard?
Oh, no.
Let me guess. She's gonna have to save the day and figure out where he is. He has to show up for the press conference. No, why? You cannot film children. You're filming children. Why is she not okay with this? Or I guess she's trying to change her brother's image and that's a better image. Him hurling frozen ice at orphans.
Losing your father. Trying to be strong for Emily. Not knowing where you were when I needed you more than ever.
You left your mother when she was grieving?
You need to have faith in yourself.
Why don't you just go to therapy?
Can you give me an example?
Look at it, it's a globe. What a beautiful globe. Once again, she's wearing polka dots.
Shh, make sure the coast is clear.
Why are they always going on an adventure and never learning? Does this little girl genuinely want to grow up without an education?
You and all the staff to step up. We have 3 things here.
They don't have any security cameras?
Again! You little...
Oh, that's...
Oh, I am...
So he's just randomly horseback riding through the snow. Do these people ever work? The classic almost kiss scene.
Glorious out here, isn't it?
If by glorious you mean you enjoy frostbite, then it's perfectly sublime.
By the way, I hate you. I'm only sitting here with you because the director told me to.
Quite cozy together.
We have to break them up.
Miss Martha that isn't right.
I am loving the marble banisters.
One of the groundskeepers told me he saw you and Emily on a toboggan. Is this true?
They were just having a bit of fun, Mother.
I wasn't speaking to you.
Oh, that's when you know someone is mad. I wasn't speaking to you.
And next time,
invite me.
Perhaps you might give serious thought to inviting your queen on your tobogganing expeditions.
Why am I so excited about predicting a movie that I've already seen before? I don't remember this movie, though. I don't think that it's much of a stretch to be able to predict what's happening in this movie, though.
The coronation's almost here, but I still don't know the real story. I have to dig deeper.
Her journalistic notes are actually pretty funny. There's like no real commentary or insight here. I shouldn't critique somebody else's lack of commentary or insight when I'm in the process of doing my own. Once again, that's creepy. You don't even know if that horse has an injury. Do not just steal a horse. What if that horse is like severely temperamental? You don't know if that horse is okay to ride. That horse could be really skittish. You're not wearing a helmet. Does she have horseback? She's from New York. How does she know how to ride a horse? Well, they knew because it probably said on her resume that she could ride a horse. Although considering that does not look like her, that was probably not on her resume. I love the music in the background, how it's all like mythical as they're in a forest on horseback.
We've lost the prince's tracks.
You were tracking him through the snow? With what skill set? Your ability to hail a cab? You were just like, that'll apply here. I'll be able to track him through the snow.
I think we're lost.
You need to get off the horse and then like get onto the ground like Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Wait!
See, that is why you do not ride a horse when you don't know that horse. And she probably would have been injured. Is this a wolf scene? Just like in Beauty and the Beast? She's gonna be eaten by wolves? And he's gonna have to save her on horseback? I mean, realistically, but would one wolf go after her? Considering there are a lot of people that seem to be around those woods, since that's like a place where the prince rides a lot and wolves usually hunt in packs. I know nothing about how wolves hunt, other than the Beauty and the Beast scene, where the wolves were in a pack.
You've warded off wolves? Hypothermia?
One wolf. You warded off, there was one wolf. Where did the S come from? Now he's just being dramatic.
Told him I was going to renounce the throne.
And he died from shock? He just had a heart attack. I killed my father.
When you went out with Sophia?
That was different. She sold a story to a tabloid.
Oh, oh, everybody wants to get a photo of me. I don't know what my accent is.
I think I'm a spoiled rich kid anyway.
I never said that.
Well, you don't have a job. You don't have any interest in having a job. When people want you to make a speech, you're like, no, mother, that's too corporate. I want to have snowball fights. So you're like shirking responsibilities.
Smart. Nice. Personable.
So when I'm stealing your cab?
I don't think renouncing the throne is going to get you the privacy you want, because you're still going to be famous.
I found it in my father's journal the other day. It's a poem. It was dated just before he died.
Why do I feel like there's going to be a new Will in there? So there's a plot twist that I can't remember. Maybe the acorn is the Will.
It's mysterious.
Yes.
Just like me. Because I haven't told you anything about myself. I've just lied 24/7. It's the almost kiss. They're not going to kiss. They're not, because they can never kiss in a Christmas. There has to be like lots of almost kisses. Although I love that look of like sheer disappointment on her face. You're stealing his father's journals? Oh, why are you such a bad person? Like on a core level. I know that this is a movie, so it's like we're just gonna accept it. But when there are deceit storylines, it always really bothers me because it's like if you are regular, like she knows him pretty well at this point, right? So she has a lot of opportunity to have empathy for him. And she's just like, nah, I still want to profit off of him. The same way that he's been betrayed by other people, I'm also going to betray him that way. I'm glad they found the horse. I don't know how they did that. Did he say the horse would just go back to the barn? Like, how did they find the horse? Oh, she's so upset. Can't believe it. So sorry if that accent offends anyone. I just feel like we have to do it. Just wait until I watch Vanessa Hudgens' the Switch movies. I'm going to go all in on a devious accent of my twin. I'll have to create a twin character for the watching of it.
Demon Lord.
What? Okay, you can't reveal stuff that they don't even know about themselves.
You are not gonna
in the
believe
press.
This. The prince was adopted.
You can't. No. That could be life-shattering, earth-shattering to find out
And
that you were
the
adopted.
freaking adoption papers.
This is huge.
Think he knows?
You can't publish that. That's personal information.
Have you told Max?
No, and you can't mention it either.
What are you gonna do?
Well, then why are you You should have said off the record.
You really do need to finish your English lesson. Blah, blah, blah. I'll meet you in the library.
They've never had an actual lesson in this. School is fun, people. Hermione Granger said so. Come on, where are my Rory Gilmore, Hermione Granger fans?
I even believe that you love me. You love the spotlight. And you love the attention.
Just wait till you find out that girl you love is a journalist. The will in the acorn is going to say you don't have to be a blood relative. It's going to allow the adopted son to take over the throne. Okay, we understand how this ends. Got it.
Pop, sorry I haven't had much time to check in.
No problem. How goes it with my hotshot reporter?
Why does her dad have an accent and she does not? It's almost like they're not really father and daughter. It's almost like they're actors.
What if my story ends up hurting somebody who's already been through a lot?
Then don't write it. It's that. Oh my god, it's the prince. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't even know you were here.
Is there something I can do for you?
When did you come in
I thought we
town?
might go for a walk.
Do you come here often?
It's a lovely night outside.
You could just walk around the castle. You'd get a good walk. It's cold outside. It's warm inside. You could walk inside until you worked up a little bit of sweat and then go outside so that you're not too cold outside and then continue walking.
Is everything all right?
No. I've been lying to you about everything, but I still expect you to propose to me by the end of this movie.
I feel like I've told you everything about myself, and then I know hardly anything about you.
Oh, and what you do know is a lie.
Whatever you think you saw, there is nothing between Sophia and me.
I love how he's trying to be as honest as possible with her and she's just like, don't need to live up to that myself.
I'll feel a lot less nervous to have you there.
Richard, there's something that I need to tell you.
Oh, the kiss that prevents her from telling the truth about anything. Making her question whether or not if she tells the truth he'll still be in love with her.
I'm telling you, there's something off about this Martha Anderson, and I'm going to
Does
get
that
to the bottom
work?
of it.
That must have been a really easy... What was the point of that lock? How did she lock her door from the outside? Does she even have a key? When I'm staying at somebody's house, I don't usually lock my door. Then again, I don't normally stay in somebody's giant mansion with 50 rooms, lots of servants.
Well. Looks like Christmas came early.
I know it hurt you. There's no way I can take it back.
Regret is so tough. You always have to tell people that you love them. You never know when you're going to see them next. Every day you spend with someone could be your last day. And it's not morbid to think that. It's just important to know that you should let people know that you love them. But you have to live for you. You can't live for your dad.
I'll never think about us again. Emily, how could I ever forget you?
Yeah. I love how she thinks that this is just not a memorable experience. I lie and sneak my way into people's homes, hearts, and castles all the time, especially at Christmas time. It's a Christmas tradition.
It's to remind you of our toboggan ride.
She's actually a really sweet lady, kid, child, princess. I love their relationship. I love the fact that this isn't just her falling in love with a Christmas prince, but it's also her developing an actual relationship with a girl who needed a friend.
Complete makeover.
A makeover? I love a good makeover. I don't care how cliche they are. They're great. Are we gonna get a walking down the stairwell Taylor Swift-esque moment? I should know. I did see this movie before. To be fair, a lot of Christmas movies blend together after the years. Am I the only one who is mildly underwhelmed by this?
She cleans up nicely.
Lipstick on a pig, as the saying goes.
Rude. I don't like the dress. She looks beautiful in it, and I love the gloves. And she's wearing Converse. How did I know? Because I've seen this movie.
Why are they staring?
Because you just walked down a stairwell and you're in a movie. Wow, that's pretty. Honestly, Christmas movies, you just need to put a buttload of twinkling lights everywhere and I'm happy. The sounds of the feet dancing in the background are so funny to me. I love the prince costume. It's so Prince Charming from Cinderella. This is basic. They look like they are the real life Cinderella and Prince Charming.
You're more genuine than anybody I've ever met.
Oh God, that's sad for you. That's so, he can't tell that she's lying about everything. How does she not feel like a terrible person? She's smiling right now. Shouldn't she feel horrible? If somebody's like, you're the only person I've ever met that's this genuine and you're just a complete liar. If you don't feel badly about that, you have a problem. Is this the coronation? Shouldn't it be more official? I thought it would be in a church.
Richard.
What did I tell you? Right at the last minute.
To Aldovia and all her subjects.
I do.
Oh, her teeny tiny tiara is so cute.
If any of the peerage wish to dispute Prince Richard's claim to the throne, speak now or forever stay silent.
I dispute this claim.
Oh, she did it. She couldn't walk it up. She can do the talking, but he's gonna do the walking. She's in heels, and her heels are not walking appropriate.
By a journalist, posing as a tutor to the princess.
Oh, this is an epic reveal. Yes. Yes. Oh, he's standing so like,
This paper, Your Majesty,
is legitimate.
Well, you don't know if that paper is legitimate. You could say that we did it. You don't, that could be a forged document for all you know. There could be like a completely different fake scheme going on. You don't know if that's a legitimate document. You just know that you adopted him.
Things just got so out of hand.
But you had so many opportunities to reveal yourself and you chose not to. I like this movie. It's good. The statue that they just keep showing They really love this statue. They got it from every angle. They got married. Wow, getting married before you're king and queen. Oh, she's a warm one, isn't she?
No.
You stole
Reminded me of a poem.
oh, okay, that's hers. She wrote it down. And now the queen has arrived.
I demand this process be delayed.
I don't understand why they didn't just change this law any time before the dad died. Like, why did he make it all a secret? Why didn't he just change it?
You're a traitor.
Why don't you just say, I have a solution to this whole thing?
I can prove that Richard is the rightful king. Just please let me.
Why didn't you lead with that information?
What are you doing?
Why don't you can explain yourself? Just explain. Considering she's broken a lot of things in the castle, I can understand why they wouldn't want her touching the priceless acorn, the last gift of the king.
It's like you have your quorum. I don't care about
Okay, this is when somebody uses a cell phone. You don't have to run in the snow like you're heading to the airport. You just have to use a cell phone.
Simon presents his rightful claim to the crown and throne.
Everyone hates this.
Swear to protect her, to uphold her sacred laws in times of wealth or poverty, peace or war.
Why didn't the queen just stay home? Like, if she has to be there for this, but it's also like she didn't have to show up. There weren't guards forcing her to go. All she had to do was be like, you know what? I think I'll show up in a couple days when it's not Christmas time.
Stop!
Well, is that technically, did she do that in time? I don't know.
Your Majesty, before he died, the king amended the law to allow Prince Richard to become his lawful successor.
The timing of that. Why didn't he just do it like 10 years earlier? So, well, then there wouldn't be a story. We have to acknowledge, just let them have their story.
Let us light up the shadows of the past, though my blood may not run in his veins.
What law is this?
Richard, Prince of Aldovia, is my son.
Is this like an executive order? I'm very confused as to how the law works in this country. That did not sound like a legitimate legal shift.
Order is marked with the king's official seal.
Wouldn't you need to have a royal person authenticate that document? Well, no, because it's a movie.
If we may pick up where we left off, Your Royal Highness.
Oh, we're just shifting it.
Will not allow this. We will fight this side by side together. We'll hire an army of lawyers.
Make sure you get one to handle our divorce.
You don't need a divorce. You can have an annulment. You just got married. Do they not have annulment there, along with authenticators for documents?
If any of those present would wish to dispute Prince Richard's claim to the throne, let them speak now or forever remain silent.
They're very lackadaisical with who they let be king. It's just like flip-flopping all around.
King of Aldovia.
Oh, they don't even have to. They can just pick up. They just hit pause. They don't even have to start over again. That's a waste of time. You'd think they would have just done it kind of all over again because, you know, it's ceremonial. But I guess this royal family just cuts corners. It's not a big deal. Who needs tradition when you are inheriting a title that's like 500 years old? Who needs tradition? I guess I should clap. This movie's a lot of fun, I do have to say. I like critiquing it.
Well-written story.
She's in polka dots again. She loves polka dots.
I rock a lot of polka dots.
It's a puff piece, Amber. Pure schmaltz.
But it's honest and it's the truth.
You had the adoption papers in your hand.
What did she write?
So what are you gonna do?
Probably become queen of Aldovia.
I'm gonna start with a blog about King Richard, the real story.
You're my hero.
Oh, you're just gonna continue telling intimate details about a man who has actively said he doesn't want the press knowing about his life? That's what you're gonna do? Seriously? Does no one see a problem with this?
Your article just broke 20,000 likes.
You've always got a job working here with your pop.
I know.
I love how she said that, like, I would rather die.
Hey!
Those would be our date.
They didn't come in, they just assaulted the restaurant with A snowball?
Oh, just this hottie named Michael? Not a setup.
I'm not coming out, guys.
That'd be kind of crappy if you were like, hi, and someone was like, no, not doing that. That's a waste of the 2 hours. Oh, look, now he's just standing there looking all sad.
What's happening?
I want Martinelli's. I always have Martinelli's at New Year. Oh, what is with the snowballs? You could break a window. Oh. Okay, well, he really likes throwing snowballs.
I miss you too.
Palace is a lonely place for a king. Without a queen.
You're proposing? You can't even date a little first? Well, that's a ring. Hello.
My whole life is in New York, but my career...
Sweetie, you just got fired. You don't have a career.
How long do you plan to keep a king on his knees?
How long do you plan to keep me down here? I'm quite tall. I'd like to stand back up.
I haven't thought about this. I mean, we barely know each other.
That's what I said. You barely know each other. He doesn't know you at all. You know a lot about him. I don't know. I think they're rushing it a little. That's just my opinion. I'd maybe want to do like a year-long engagement. You know, because then by the time you get married, you've known each other for like a year and 2 weeks. Haven't they known each other for 2 weeks?
3, 2, 1.
Aw, they kiss in New Year's. This movie is just so cheesy. And I love it. We all know I love cheesy movies. This is such a weirdly good movie for how cheesy it is. Yay! We got the kiss from every angle. I wonder, they were probably kissing for like 15 minutes. And that's the end. Did we get a blooper reel? No, we don't. But A Christmas Prince, the royal wedding is about to start because Netflix cannot handle you ending a movie without immediately jumping into the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I had such a blast. I hope you all have a really lovely week, and I will see you next time. Bye.